We're back. It's 8:41. Oscar, Emmy, and Tony winner Dame Helen Mirren has graced the stage and screen for more than 5 decades. In her new movie, Eye in the Sky, she plays a military colonel in charge of a top-secret drone operation to capture terrorists. And with lives at stake, she faces agonizing decisions.
We've got 2 suicide bombers and 3 very high-value individuals inside that house.
And you want them off your list, I understand that, but the rules of engagement you're operating under envisaged a capture, not a kill scenario. Mom, I think it would be wise to refer up.
Are you telling me that or just debating with me?
To refer up?
Mm-hmm.
I am telling you.
Helen Mirren, good morning.
Good morning.
You don't like watching yourself.
Oh, no. And also, you know, camouflage is not like the most attractive outfit, but the most comfortable to wear every day.
I was going to say, you wear it well.
Yeah.
You play a colonel in this movie. I find it so interesting because this is a movie that's about drone warfare.
Absolutely.
It's about a critical decision that you have to make as a colonel and whether to order a strike that would have civilian casualties. And there's gray area all over this movie. I mean, it doesn't shy from the ambiguity at all.
As there always is in war, always. No matter how it's perpetuated, no matter what weapons are used, there is always grey areas, right from when they were charging into villages with sabres and horses. So, you know, the truth is that war is never the nice, clean-cut, clear, these are the good guys, these are the bad guys, and, you know, we just do what the job done sort of thing. It's always full of moral ambiguity, and that's very much what this film is about. And you know, it's so interesting that suddenly in the last week even the whole issue of really what drone warfare is has suddenly is coming into the realization.
And the film really brings in all those varying points of view. As I said, you play a colonel. This role was originally written for a man. It was,
and you know, I have such love and respect for those women who went into the military in the 60s and their incredible courage, because it was very difficult in those days. But they did do that, and because of that, I get to play this role now.
And did you do anything differently? I mean, did that change the part, the fact that you are a woman, or did you just say, I'm going to play it as written, and the fact that I'm a woman is neither here nor there?
No, I absolutely, I played it as written, but I think the fact that I'm a woman brings into relief in a more concentrated way for the audience this particular kind of moral, you know, decision which is around a child, basically. So I think having a woman there, and I think it also really concentrates the mind in the sense of these decisions have to be made in war. They have to be made. And maybe we're going to be facing a female president in this country who will have to make those similar decisions.
Well, it's an interesting film. You always have a lot to say. I recently read an article in which you said that, in talking about style, in a perfect world, I would wear an 18th century costume all the time, corsets and big skirts and huge wigs and everything. I think it's marvelous. I love that. But really, I mean, come on, what about sweatpants?
Well, you wear the sweatpants at home, of course. I'm just talking about in public, you know. Yeah.
You've talked a lot about kind of the loss of privacy in our modern era and with the internet and all those kinds of issues. Do you ever think, gosh, what would it have been like if there was social media when I was just coming up? Are you just relieved that
I have to say, I'm so relieved that there wasn't, really. But, you know, maybe that's just my age. And that the reality is the young people now, that is their world. That is their world in the same way it was my world to, you know, switch a light on and the electricity and the light came on. In my grandparents' world, that was not their world. They didn't have a light to switch so I took that completely for granted. The fact that drinking water would come out of the tap, which it doesn't in Flint, and that's one of the greatest disgraces of our modern age. But, you know, we take certain things for granted in the same way the modern young people, that is their world. They'll swim in it like fish, and they'll find their own way of translating it into the world around us.
Well, it's always interesting questions to ponder, and this movie ponders a lot of deep questions as well. Dame Helen Mirren, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Eye in the Sky opens this.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here. to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.